I know, I'm late on the leaks, but I still had catching up to do. My Egghead review is coming out, and I just caught up to One Piece. So, I do have the leaks here, just in case you're a little late. This chapter isn't nothing too crazy, but still gotta go over the leaks. It's still really interesting stuff because we are in the Rocks flashback. So it says that the chapter starts out with the Rocks pirates, and it is saying that they try to betray each other. They're just, you know and this is something that a lot of people theorized, that Whitebeard betrayed Rocks on God Valley. So maybe this is something alluding to that it's setting it up that the Rocks pirates have a horrible relationship, so that once Whitebeard or whoever does betray Rocks, it's not that big of a surprise. But that's just something to take in consideration here. And, shifts to apparently it shifts to King Harold. Okay, and he protected one of the allied countries that sent him food from a world government agents. We don't know anything specific yet. We don't know why the agents were there. We don't know what branch of agents, if it's probably Cypher Pole, but I don't know if it's Cypher Pole 9, Cypher Pole 0, right? Is that a good one? But we don't know how good the Cypher Pole. We don't know how good are the agents that they sent to that damn island are. Okay, so that's apparently the second. And Harold refuses to join Zebek. This is always happened. Apparently, Rocks has asked Harold to join like over and over, but this time, what's interesting about it is Loki is spying on them because they're talking in Ida's bar. So I have a little theory already that Loki's gonna be like Luffy, where he's gonna eat the fruit he's not supposed to eat. Since we know Rocks needs a fruit and needs Harold to use that fruit, we still don't know what fruit it is. Okay, people are making a lot of theories. We don't know what that fruit that is, but we know Rocks needs Harold to eat it, and that's the main reason he wants Harold to join. And he's also Harold's friend, he respects him. So my theory, Loki is gonna eat that fruit. Okay, Loki will be eating that fruit. I mark my words right here. Next, this is kind of a boring part. Garp just asks Kong. This is one of the first times we've seen Kong actually and talking. He asked Kong to let giants join the Navy. Okay, so get full Kong reveal right here. Garp just says, why can't we have giants in the Navy, apparently? And Kong's like, that's not up to me. It's up to world government. I don't really know what this entails. This has to be hinting at something because this kind of feels like not important. But then another like kind of funny thing, Shaki opens a bar on Pirate Island, or Hachinosu as it's called. This is interesting because I don't really know what to take of this. It's kind of funny that she opened a bar. Hachinosu then, as we know, opened one on Sabaody, but maybe this shows that Shaki is gonna join the Rocks Pirates. Maybe she was there on God Valley, So yeah, don't really know what to get from this. But the most interesting part of this chapter, easily, besides Loki spying on the meeting between Rocks and Harold, was that the 5 elders apparently offered Harold to let Elbaf be a part of the world government affiliated nations if he kills Zebek, Rocks D. Zebek. So this is really interesting here because this is either gonna show Harold, either he's gonna deny the government or he's gonna accept the offer. I personally think he's gonna deny the government because he already ruined relations with them by killing the agents or whatever. Or maybe that's the reason he wants to do this, because he knows that this is his only ever chance. And we know the world government, are they lying? They might be lying. They might be lying where they would never even gave him this deal, or even if he does do it, then he's still not gonna be a part of it. But this is really interesting stuff because this is alluding to something. There's chapters where shit happens, and there's chapters that gives you ideas in your brain for future stuff to happen. Like them telling us that the Rocks pirates fight each other, betray each other a lot, all that shit. That's really not that important, I guess, but it's probably alluding to something that is going to be important, like one of the Rocks members betraying him on God Valley, or possibly Whitebeard or whatever. So, and same with the 5 elders tell Harold to kill Zebek. It's alluding to a fight between them, or a fight between Harold and the world government, and it's probably going to be the reason he died, because we still don't know the full details. of King Harold's death. And we don't know really any details at all. That's kind of what this flashback is about. This is a flashback inside of a flashback. But so we know the other chapters were a lot crazier than this. This is kind of like which I'm surprised, because I didn't even think we're going to be getting this many chapters of Rox, because this is not even, I guess Rox is really important to Elbaf. And what even surprises me more is the fact that Elbaf wasn't even planned. Let me just make sure I get my facts right. Yeah, Oda never planned on taking us to Elbaf. So which is crazy, because Rox's involvement in Elbaf is so heavy. But maybe Rox was always going to be involved with Elbaf, but the Straw Hats were never just going to go there. Maybe he was going to do the Rox thing more in the future, but since they are in Elbaf, because everyone was pressuring Oda to go to Elbaf, that is why he decided to include the Rox thing right here. Maybe they were going to go to a different island, and Loki, they were going to find him tied up, and it still could have been the same story, just on a different island, But, yeah, but obviously we had to go to Elbaf. Come on, Wano, Elbaf. That's the two islands that we had to go to. Those are the two islands where talking about Wano, Kaido ever since Thriller Bark, and Elbaf been talking about it since Little Garden. Usopp specifically saying he wants to go to Elbaf and be with the giants and all that stuff. So this had to happen, like you couldn't just not go to Elbaf. That would have been so stupid and lame and just ass if we never went to Elbaf. So yeah, that's basically it. Not too crazy of leaks. I will be making a full chapter review as it comes out, because I do not encourage really anyone to only read leaks, because that was a big problem with Jujutsu Kaisen's community. I was a big part of that community, and everyone only read leaks. Even though leak nights were really fun, everyone only read leaks. No one would actually read the chapters, and that was just terrible. That's why everyone in the fandom was kind of dumb near the end. Didn't really understand the story. So I encourage everyone, read the chapters when it comes out. Do not only watch these leak videos. I know they're fun to speculate, they're fun to theorize on, but please, go read the chapters. Go actually form an opinion yourself. And yeah, that's it. Main takeaways, my two main takeaways this leak was probably the Herald, obviously, world government. That was the big end of chapter needle drop. And the Rox pirates betraying each other, because I really think that Whitebeard is probably going to betray Rox. So theory videos on, just going over different theories. I personally haven't came up with any theories myself besides that Loki is going to eat the devil fruit theory, but there's a lot of good theories. Like Mr. Moore's just released one, which I was low-key thinking. I was already kind of having this thought, like, what if Rox is in Blackbeard? Because why does Blackbeard have 3 fruits and stuff? Mr. Moore's made a video literally just expressing all of my thoughts. So I'm going to make a compilation kind of going over different theories people have right now, like huge theories that have to do with the Rox flashbacks, all that stuff. Just kind of put it in one video, just go over them, have you guys check out more of it. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm going to be making a full chapter review, and hope you guys like it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Go check out my other videos. My Egghead review should be coming out very soon. And I thank you guys so much. See you next time.